ready for a little short day hike, Little Bear? Mm-hmm. It's a very nice day.
Yeah.
Hey guys! So today we are at Rich Grissom Memorial Park. I know, it's very windy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a bit of a walk. It's a beautiful day, it's windy, it's about 80 degrees, which, you know, it's kind of cool for Florida. It's not super hot, and the humidity is low, so it's actually a great day to be outside walking. The last time we were here, we saw a lot of alligators and other wildlife, so I'm hoping we get to see some cool things to show you guys today. So join us for our walk because
We got a big surprise.
we have a big surprise. Stay tuned. And of course, there's always your typical warnings. Venomous snakes. Of course, in Florida, we have the cottonmouth moccasins and then multiple type of rattlesnakes. There's our alligators and fire ants, which, gosh, the fire ant sometimes can be the worst of all.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what we may see. Cattle egret, osprey. Ospreys are probably my favorite out of this whole list. Crested caracara. It's really cool things. So let's see. Let's check out what we can find. They used to have a gazebo out here and a little overlooked tower, but I don't see it anymore. I wonder if it was taken down. It used to be over like in this area. It's just a loop. It's about a 2.5 mile loop around the lake. A Florida view? What? Oh. I actually thought for a second, I'm like, oh, what is it? Yeah, it's nothing. Just an open field and someone mowing. You're so funny. Clouds are so beautiful. We should get closer to some of these beautiful flowers. That's about as close as I can get. Some of these white ones in here. think we're going to see very many alligators today, if any at all. In December, they become...
It's not December.
Oh, yeah. What is it?
November.
Oh, right. Where am I at? Jeez. November. Right. Yeah, November, December. In the fall, they seem to hide a lot more. Now, if you were to come out here in May, June, July area, when it's mating season, last time we were here, remember that? We just heard them
Growling.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty scary. Even though, I mean, we're far enough away from the water. I don't know how many feet that is, but 15, 20 feet, I guess. I don't know. You know, it's still unnerving. When we walked it, we were just hearing him constantly to our left and to our right. It felt like we were surrounded. No, it really wasn't. Little Bear and I were also just talking about the last time we were here, there were, I swear I remember a few little boardwalks that you can walk on. I thought there was even a little observation tower, but I don't see them anymore. There used to be a couple of benches. I don't know where they all went. These purple flowers are so pretty. Hello, are there any gators that would like to make their debut on YouTube? Nope, guess not. So we got distracted on our walk because as we were walking, we thought we heard a kitten crying. Little Bear is convinced it's a kitten. I'm not sure if it's a bird or a kitten, but let me show y'all where it is, if it's anywhere. We can't see it, and it's not making any sounds anymore, so we've kind of lost where it could be, but we may have to go through this brush and water to get to it. If it's a kitten, we're going to get it.
Yeah.
We're going to save it. But
yeah,
we can't hear it anymore. And again, I'm still not sure if it's a bird. It could be a bird. I think it might be a bird.
I think it's a cat. Because the sounds went up and then down. And then an ow sound at the end, like a cat. So.
I don't know. Here's what we're looking at, though. Yeah. So, this is what we would have to sort of walk through to try to get to. If it's in here somewhere. I'm not hearing it anymore, though. And there's all water There's the big lake back here, but then there's all water all through here. But I think there's patches of higher ground through here. But we're not hearing it anymore. We're gonna hang out for a few more minutes. If we hear it again and we think it's a cat, we're going in.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure this frog was the culprit. After a quick Google search, it was kind of confirmed. Thank God I didn't risk my life for a frog. These are the big things that you don't want to step in. Big, huge fire ant pile. Wind gusts are kind of crazy, aren't they? They're strong. Hey guys, we're back.
Hi.
So we were going to tell you our big announcement as we were walking and hiking in the beautiful green environment, but it's super windy and you wouldn't be able to hear us.
Yeah.
So we decided to come in the quiet place in the car.
Okay, so this wasn't a part of the plan, but I'm gonna hit you with like a little surprise. We are through hiking the Appalachian Trail in 2025 as a fundraiser for Appalachia. So yeah.
There it is.
Whoa, I slipped out.
Well, I mean, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
We are going to attempt another through hike of the Appalachian Trail in February.
Yeah.
Like 3 months from now.
Yeah.
December, January, February. Yeah, 3 months from now. Oh boy. So you guys are probably like, what? You're probably very confused. You're probably having a million questions. So in the shortest, easiest amount of time and way possible, we're going to try to explain sort of how this came about. So let's back up. If you guys, do you remember September 16th? I think that's when I put out the video, but that's when it happened. I know because it was my birthday, so it's a pretty special day that I'm not going to forget the date. But my husband and I went to Cloudland Canyon, remember? Yep. To celebrate my birthday, just the two of us. Also kind of to celebrate our anniversary that we missed in April when we were on trail.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how or what we were talking about, but somehow or another, he came out and just basically said, why not just through hike it again, or try to through hike it again?
Restart.
Just restart from the beginning. Because remember, our plan was to start back at mile 758.8 in Roanoke and continue from there and section hike, however far we got. Because as most of you know who have been following us and shared our adventure with us know that we got all the way to mid-Virginia and then just completely succumbed to homesickness.
Yeah.
It just was overwhelming. And I will say, I don't know how you feel, but for me, I still to this day don't have regrets for coming home.
Neither.
It was a very prayerful response before we made the decision. And we felt from the very beginning until the very last step and all the way home that we were exactly where we needed to be at the exact time.
Yeah.
And that was like the overwhelming feeling that we kept getting. And we talked about that. Like, we're just such at peace. Even though it wasn't a part of our plan, of course, we had intended to go all the way to Katahdin. Like, that is what we planned for 2 years. But that's just not what happened. And we were at peace with it. We were okay with it. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, how can I be at such peace when it's not what we originally set out to do? And I kind of just, I don't want to say chalked it up to God, because it is God's peace, but that was just a good enough answer for me to say, well, you know, it's God giving me the peace. And so now I'm starting to understand the plan a whole lot more. In my opinion, I don't think that we were ever really intended to through hike the AT this year.
Yeah.
I feel very strongly through prayer and discernment that it was just a warm-up for us. And that we were able to invite all of you along for 84 days to join us and to share the beginning of a much bigger and longer journey that we had ahead of us. It's so much more about than just hiking the AT.
Yeah.
So again, my husband he said, why don't you consider, just starting over and get back on trail and attempt another through hike?
Yeah.
And honestly, my very first thought was, nah, we're good. Like, yes, we had decided that when you graduate in 6 years and Dad retires, that the three of us absolutely want to do or attempt a through hike together. And we were so at peace with that. It was all good. That's what we were, deciding was the best plan for us. Section hiking now during this time period in our life was really what was best, right?
Yeah.
But then, so because I trust my husband, I trust his guidance and his leadership, I said, okay, probably not, but I'll talk to Little Bear.
Yeah.
But first I'm going to pray about it, and I just don't even know. Like, that's just not even where we were. I was shocked when he suggested that to me. So I prayed before he even texted you. Right? So I prayed. My husband and I continued to talk about it over the course of the next few days as we were hiking and just sort of talking things through. And even honestly, my first thought was logistically, it's not even really possible. We needed 2 years to save up the money that it would take to allow us to do this attempted through hike. And here we would have 3-4 months. Well, I guess back in September, we would have September, October, November, December, January, February, 5 months. How to do my math on my fingers. We'd have 5 months, and I'm like, that's just not even earthly possible. Like, I don't know. Like, I just kind of shot it down, but I agreed to prayed about it. I heard a word from God, and so I decided to text you, right?
Yeah.
So tell me how that went in your perspective.
Okay, so I was just chilling on like a random day of the week, and then I got a text from Mom. Hey, do you want to through hike the AT in 2025? And I was like, oh, because I was in the middle of doing homework, just like doing homework, and I was like, ding. Oh,
ding. That's your text, right?
She definitely caught me off guard, but I prayed about it, and one thing that me and God have a relationship about is dreams. So
that's how God talks to you.
Yeah, that's how God dreams. Answers my prayers. So I prayed about it, and I had this amazing dream that I was on trail with Jesus right in front of me, saying there's a mission, something like how you're made to be in the forest, and I was preparing you last year. Also, that was kind of what happened. And also what happened was in Neil's Gap, she bought a pair of pants because she forgot to bring hers. Rain pants. I forgot my rain pants. Because she forgot to bring hers. And I grew out my old ones, so hers are going to fit me.
So now basically we have two. Yeah. So I know that was just a tiny little detail that kind of jumped ahead a little bit. But as we're processing this and praying for more discernment and just talking this through, we're finding all of these little, which now we realize were clues, but back then we didn't see it. I mean, we were just having a good time, hiking. But yeah, so here's what's funny is, so she heard from God. It was yes to affirmatively attempt a thru hike again in 2025, and it is a mission, and he had already prepared us.
Yeah.
She didn't know, because all I asked her is what do you think about it? I just wanted to just give you a chance to think, and to, we weren't together. I was in Georgia, you were in Florida, so
Yeah.
just to kind of have an idea for you to have your own private quiet time to talk to God. She didn't know that I had just heard from God pretty much the exact same thing. I didn't have a dream. That's not how God talks to me. But I had heard that we were being prepared. He was training us up in that way. And it was a mission. So fast forward, there's so much more to the story, you guys, and maybe one day we'll talk more about it. Maybe when we're on trail, it'll be a topic of conversation, or maybe one of these days we'll go live where people can ask us questions. I don't know, but this is a really, really exciting time for us, because when we first attempted this thru hike, it was for nothing more than just fun. It was for adventure. It was not for a purpose, for a cause. It wasn't to find ourselves. It wasn't for healing. It wasn't for anything very deep at all. It was literally just for fun.
Yeah.
And now I feel extremely humbled and extremely blessed that we are being called back to do this thru hike. It is to continue this friendship that we have made with many of you guys. Kind of like we call you guys our online tramily, but also kind of like our online church, which is really, really cool. And we feel so blessed that so many of you supported us all along the way, every single step. And we're inviting you to do the same next year.
Yeah.
In February, when we step off to attempt a thru hike of the Appalachian Trail. As Little Bear mentioned straight from the beginning, in this process of prayer and discernment, one of the things that we heard is we want to hike for healing for Appalachia. So, hiking for healing for Appalachia. That's something that when we were on trail, just this past year, none of us saw coming, of course. But in witnessing the absolute widespread devastation firsthand when we were in Irwin, it has changed us forever, I think.
Yeah.
And there's such a strong pull to do whatever we possibly can to to help them heal. Western North Carolina, Tennessee, parts of Virginia. I mean, you guys, I can't even begin to describe the devastation. I can't even begin to put into words what we saw.
Yeah.
I mean, we looked at pictures and videos for weeks before we were able to go.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't prepared.
It's absolutely terrible. I wish that hurricane never happened.
I know. So, this has become a bigger cause than us, an important cause. Like, we're excited to get back on trail, but there is definitely a heaviness on our hearts to be able to do whatever we possibly can to continue helping in whatever way that we can. So we would ask you guys to join us, and let's do this together.
Yeah.
Because together, many hands make light work. We can be the hands and feet of Jesus. Many of us coming together can absolutely help Appalachia heal, recover, and then even eventually rebuild.
Yeah.
Let's do this together. So I don't have all the details yet of how exactly we're going to do this, but my preliminary thoughts are that we'll have just like an ongoing fundraiser.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what platform we'll use. I'm talking to several groups right now in conversation of who we would like to donate all the money to once it's done. So once all of those details become available to me, I will publish the link. But we invite you guys to walk with us again. And this time we're walking for a purpose that is so much bigger than us.
Just having fun.
Than all of us, or than just having fun. It is walking for healing in Appalachia. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
We're gonna hike the Appalachian Trail in 3 months.
Sorry for the bomb drop, but there you go.
If you guys are still kind of processing, don't worry. It's been months and we still are too, but we ask that you guys pray for us. That's why back in September we put out that short little video that asked you to pray for us. So there's the answer. We're through hiking. And I guess we will continue our preparation. We've already restarted our training. Of course, we're saving money and all the necessary things that we have to do before we step off from Springer Mountain in February.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys soon, and we'll keep you updated with our progress. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of what we consider, or what actually some people have said, this is going to become a ministry. So thank you so much for being a part of that. Love and light to you all. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.